Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Obscura Undead. I'm Azzy.
I'm Mouse.
And the last review that we have for you this week is the debut release of solo project Carnal Machinery, Cluster A, released on July 1st, 2021 on Batcave Productions.
Carnal Machinery is the solo project of Jacques Saph, who's from Helsinki, Finland. He's also in Virgin and Veil.
And Masquerade and Sleeping Children's bands we love.
Thank you. Yes. This was created as an idea because during the pandemic, Jacques was feeling frustrated that he wasn't able to go on tour. So he created this solo project. All songs written, composed, performed, recorded, and mixed by him.
Mm-hmm. And it started off as, a couple of singles. One single turned into two, turned into four, turned into a whole album. Cluster A, which is a name, the album is named after a class of personality disorders characterized by odd, eccentric thinking or behavior. Essentially, here's where you find, schizotypal personality disorders. Jacques actually talked to us a little bit about them, myself and Malik, in an interview that we did with him last week, which you can check out here on the channel. And the theme of each song is based around Jacques' experience with mental health, and the album is kind of a form of catharsis for him. It's very angry. Some of the anger is directed inward, some of it's directed outward, but it is an album of synthpunk, electropunk, death rock with a side of cold wave, icy rage.
I'm definitely hearing Darkwave and Cold Wave. And somebody mentioned on Bandcamp, in the Bandcamp comment, that it reminded them of old Leather Strip. And now I can't not hear that anymore.
Right.
So that's old school EBM, industrial, inspired, in the vocals at least.
Well, in the tracks, I think as well, like in the instrumentation, because there are quite a few sort of industrial motifs that are incorporated into the album. Now, this album does include 3 tracks that were previously released as singles. However, each of these has been sort of not fully reimagined, but more just refined. I don't even want to say refined. It's just another take on them. This is tracks 1, 3, and 5. And they are definitely different enough to warrant picking up the complete album for these. And voices, I really love the media chatter that Jacques put at the beginning.
At the very beginning.
At the beginning of it, and the sort of slight tweak on the synths to make them a bit punchier. And that was the first single that he put out, and I really love what he did with it for the album.
I really like the song Bleak. It's track 2. It was not one of the singles. It has this inviting Darkwave synth loop, and it has like those goth wave claps. So it definitely sounds very modernized, but it's still got his like aggressive vocals. It kind of like some of the songs you can hear an accent slipping through, and it reminds me of Un Hombre Solo, Silent M, those like EBM inspired cold wave bands.
That's a really great comparison to draw, although I think that Jacques does quite a bit while using a lot less synth. Like his synth style is definitely way more minimal than like Un Hombre Solo, I think.
I agree. And his vocals too. He's got this one thing that he does well, the aggressive yelling, but that was what you will hear throughout in every track. And I kind of wanted to hear some more vocal range there. But if this was, as you described, an explosive, like angry album, that's the only way to do it.
Right. Well, I feel like the one place where he pulled back on his vocals are in the one track that's in Finnish, track 7, Iksenainen Elämä, which I desperately hope I got that right, which is Finnish for lonely life. And I think that this is easily my favorite new track on the album. The vocals are a bit more slow-paced. The delivery is a bit more spaced, less compact than when compared with the rest of the album. And the synths on it have this really cool, like, lonely cityscape kind of sound, which is perfect, especially considering when the first line translates to "the streets are empty."
I really liked the tracks right after that, Boiling Blood and Travis Bickle, faster paced, harder energy. Travis Bickle, of course, I love the reference to Taxi Driver. I wish the chorus was a little bit more than just "Leave me alone, I'm dead." You know, it's a fun like anthem song, but I wanted to hear more of a chorus. You know, but in keeping with everything else, there is this like minimalism, just enough, just what you need. You know, with the synths and the vocals and such.
Right, but speaking of anthem songs, the last track, Turn Off the Lights, which is just about, you know, the city after dark belongs to the freaks, and that is an anthem. And I love the way that it fades in at the beginning and it kind of fades out at the end. It's such a great end to the album, and I'm happy with the entire album. It's fabulous.
Yes, me too. And it's long and it's dancey and it's energetic. A fabulous find. Make sure you go pick it up on Bandcamp.
Yes. So thank you, Jacques. I need to actually give my favorite lyric from the album, which I have right in front of me. And that is the first 3 lines actually of Turn Off the Lights. The moon shines over the skyline. The sky is darker than a coal mine. Cigarettes and a bottle of wine. I like the rhyming there. I like the flow of it. It's fabulous.
Ooh, awesome. Before you go, I wanted to give you something real quick, just a tip. Hey, find a friend and tell them that you're thinking about them. I know you've got someone in your mind right now. There's one person that you thought about briefly this week and you remembered that they were kind to you. You want to reach out, just set aside 5 minutes and send them a message and tell them that you care. That's all I have to say.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah. And bye.
This ignorance of consciousness to spare the